Jokic, he's like a reincarnation of Larry Bird. He does everything. He's amazing.
Now, and by the way, it was an interesting game last night. They played Denver, and after the game, and then Denver beat them. And after the game, Gregg Popovich, I love, there's nothing like a Gregg Popovich dissertation.
That's right. Nothing.
Right? In the same dissertation, he manages, in discussing Nikola Jokic, to invoke both Larry Bird and Moses Malone. And I'm thinking,
I guess there is a little bit,
the passing, and the Malone thing was the putback ability and the ability to, he was tip to himself, he said, kind of thing, and without a lot of lift. And Moses wasn't.
Body.
Moses wasn't, his rebounding didn't depend on great explosion or lifting. It was on anticipation, diligence, instinct, hands, even though they were very small hands, by the way. You know that? Very notoriously small hands.
Moses?
He could barely palm.
Really?
You see a lot of pictures of Moses slamming, dunking, maybe with two hands. He had notoriously small hands. But no one wanted the rebound more. The number one rule of rebounding, Ryan's rule, one, do you want the damn ball or don't you?
Go after it. 2,
positioning. 3, timing. And then last, and it helps if you can jump, but it ain't necessary. Anyway, he invoked both Larry and Moses talking about Jokic, and
That's
I just
crazy.
love Pop. Nowhere else would do that.
Nobody, because again, it's so out of the norm of what you would think, right? You're not gonna.
No,
He's got a little bit of both, and I actually like that because when we tend to compare somebody, we tend to want to compare one person, and it's rarely. It can't be accurate, right? I mean, no one guy is like another guy. He's usually got a blend of 2 or 3. We don't generally hear that like I just did it with Michael Porter, right? Kevin Durant. Well, he's not like Kevin Durant.
Speaking of combos, here's the one I came up with when I first saw him in University of Texas.
Okay.
AD. And actually, mostly when he got the NBA, I would be more. I loved him in Texas, but a cross between Bob McAdoo and George Gervin.
Yeah, that George Gervin. He's obviously got more length, but Gervin's
so
long and lanky
and not a fixed release point necessarily. He can get off any shot he wants, and he's not a textbook beautiful. He's not Klay Thompson. He's not.
It's different.
But he can make it. But he can get in the mid. He can get in the mid range and do funky stuff. But he doesn't do it that often, but he could. So I'm with you on the need to often in trying to analyze people to understand that they're all unique. They're all sui generis.
They are, and that's why, again, you compare them to one person, and it's almost not fair. It's not accurate, obviously, but it's not fair. It's almost better to say he's got a little bit of this guy in his game and a little bit of this guy, and that.
So in this case, Pop is saying that Jokic can pass, remind him of Larry. And he's got this rebounding instinct and this knack that reminded him of Moses, and I just find it's fascinating. And I believe, by the way, that Jokic is the best passing big man since Bill Walton. I don't think we've had a better passing big man since Bill Walton.
I agree. I mean, Kevin Love had the outlet passes that were elite, but
he does that. He's the best outlet passer of this generation. It's such a lost art anyway. There's hardly any competition. But he is by far, he's the leader in the clubhouse there. And I thought that Cleveland would take more advantage of it when they had LeBron. They did not. And then, anyway, that's another story for another day.